All right, and we are recording our tutorial. This is where you're going to open the program. I'll go through all of this. You go to your Finder. You go to where? Applications. Now where? After Effects. So the one we're using is 2014. That's our latest one. So I click that, open it up, and my program's already open. So I'm going to create what's called a new composition. You go up here, and you're going to look up here where it says Composition. Now this may or may not be that clear when you watch this video, so watch approximately where it is. Composition, New Composition. I'm going to name it my name, Perez 2017 Resolutions. And guys, when you get my age, you come up with a lot of resolutions every year because there's always something new to do. All right? Click OK. Boom, we got a blank slate. What we're going to use basically is the T. What does T stand for? Text. Just like in Photoshop, just like in Premiere, you have some sort of T. And I'm going to type my first one. My first one was, if I look back, my first one is lose 10 pounds. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over here and type it in. Lose 10 pounds. Boom, there you go. Now watch, it created a layer right here. But before I do that, I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to click on my little arrow. It's called Selection Tool. And I'm just going to kind of grab it. And I can do all sorts of things just here with it. I'm going to put it right here, off screen. I'm going to put it off screen first. I'm going to spin this arrow down. I get some controls here. One for transform. And there's a bunch of little stopwatches here. I'm going to turn them all on. And I'm going to move my playhead just a little. I'm going to wiggle it right here. And it's going to create diamonds, or what is referred to as keyframes, on that one spot. Now I'm going to move it in, slide it in, and move my, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Now I'm going to move my playhead here and then drag it over here. Now it's going to move, see? So it's going to move in, kind of slow. If I want to speed it up, move my keyframe back. There's less time between the distance, and it goes faster. Right? Now, if I want to do something else to it now, I can use my little, there's like arrows here to go back to the keyframe. I can click on this rotation tool, flip it up, go back to my arrow tool, and about right here, I'm going to make it disappear and go up there. So the motion is to the right, spin, and up. How do I make it move faster? On my position here, level, move my keyframe back, and it's going to move faster. All right. Now, I've got more than one resolution, so I'm going to spin this back up. I'm going to create another text layer. I'm going to click on T, click right here or somewhere, and it creates another layer. So I'm going to spin that one down again, go to transform, double click them all to turn on my motion controls, and I'm going to type something in there. I don't know what I'm going to type. I'm going to move it out so I can see it. Oh, that's my first one. This one. Now where is it? Oh, let me go ahead and put it right here. Okay, so my second resolution is to train for the Cowtown Marathon. I might shorten that, I'm not sure. So I might just write, no, I'll just write the whole thing. (2018). Even though it's a resolution for this year, I'm going to train for it in 2017.
Oh, man.
Okay, right? I might make that one a little bit bigger. Now, over here on this side, you can also change the type of character. I can change it to a different font. If I go back to my T and highlight it, I guess. Maybe change it to, oh, that's cool. I'll stay with that one. All All right, and I can do the same thing. I can do motion with that one. Maybe wiggle it. I like to start them off screen. Maybe this one will start down here. Wiggle my playhead a little bit. And then maybe move the playhead about right here. And then move it up here. And it should. No, it didn't move. Hang on. Should have moved. Okay, I got the wrong controls open. I got the wrong ones open. I got to turn all the stopwatches on. Move it here. Well, this one will start in the middle, and then move it. Maybe get some motion going on here. So the whole thing is that things are moving in and out. What does it remind you of as far as a project is concerned where we used words to describe something? What do we call those projects? Word clouds. This is basically a word cloud, but it's moving. And we call it Kenetic typography. I don't want to give away too much because I want you guys to be a little bit more creative on this. But you'll see the path of the motion as you move things through here. But you'll have at least, don't have all 10 titles on there at once. Maybe 1 or 2 at a time before they move off screen. And you'll have more than one layer here for each, what do you call it, resolution. So how many layers should you have? 10. There's going to be 10 here. And if you review this video, you'll see how I spun down the controls. I went to transform, I spun that down, and I turned on all these stopwatches that control scaling, rotation, opacity, which is whether you can see it or not, and anchor point and position. So, I'm going to have you look and review this video, and then you're going to give this a shot too. But before we do that, we're going to vote on our announcers for next week. So let me stop this.